so let's go ahead and get this thing started. 1, 2, 3, pause. Good afternoon, universe. This is Alex Soto with another episode of Articulate Barbarian, and this time we got MC, hip-hop artist, Mr. Nike. Go ahead, break it down.
Nike stand for Nigga I Keep Extra. But everybody always have a problem saying my name, so for the white people, I gotta say, now I keep extra.
There you go. That's the edited version?
That's the edited version. Right. That's the kids' version.
That's the one be at Walmart when your other stuff's hitting in the main stuff.
Nigga keep extra.
Nike, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I am trying, one of the goals that I do every time when I bring, because the people who watch my show are diverse, and it's a lot of older people. And by way of testimony, I told that, I'm from here, and I come up from here, and I was raised in the church, and in the church that I was raised at, I had a list of things I was supposed to be afraid of. Yeah, black people, drugs, Muslims, Hindus, gays. There wasn't no transgender or none of that stuff. You were just fucking gay. And then as I got older, I come to realize that, you know what? Everybody's in the same grind that everybody else is. This Hindu guy that works at my gas station in front here gets up every morning, works a 12-hour shift, and his wife works the other 12-hour shift. Yeah. Putting their kids through school, bringing all their family members over, whatever the drill is. The point is, we're all grinding. So I want to shed a little light. I love the subculture that's going on. I love the small town vibe that I have in my area and the areas around it. And I also love the music that's coming out. I was telling you before the show started, as a hip hop artist, I find as a fan of hip hop, the music that comes out of this area, it's got a seasoning to it. What do you think about that? As far as like, if I went to the store to buy your hip hop album, what would you feel like your stuff? I know it's separate and it's all on its own, but where do you think it would be set up next to on the wall when they're looking at the choices?
Yeah, I think mine's setup is be set up more as normal music. Okay. I would put it as where everybody can understand me. Okay. Because I'm originally from New York. All right. So I listened to a lot of music growing up. I was listening to that music. And then, I grew up in the South, though. So, I was like, you know what? New York got good lyrics, but their beats, I'm not really feeling them. Right. I'm saying the South, they got them beats. They made me feel like, oh, yeah, I like them beats. Now you got to get to where you can communicate with everybody. How can you talk to them and them? Both of them. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I talk Southern and all that, but I'm really not from Florida. But I was raised in Florida. Right. It ain't where you from, where you at. No doubt. You know I was watching an interview with Uncle Luke. Let's go old school. All right, that's where I grew up. Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke Skywalker down South Florida. 2 Live Crew. Hey, we want some. All right. So he was talking about Florida had always been, when the East Coast and the West Coast were brawling, they would still come down to Florida and perform on the same stage. Florida was always this neutral place where the music could get stirred up, kind of like New Orleans has now become since Lil Wayne got on with. I'm talking decades now. I'm talking about over the decades. So it's exciting to me because I actually can completely understand, because I did some time in DC. I've been in a couple places other than Florida, and it's amazing the culture differences, the slight differences. I got my boy Junebug, shout out Junebug. He talk about, we cane pole fishing brothers down here. That's what he says, because he's from the holler. You know what I'm saying? So like. That's interesting. So how long were you in New York before you came to Florida? I was young. Yeah, you came down. I went to elementary down here in Florida. Okay, very good. I was raised between Ocala, Ocklawaha, Leesburg. I was raised between them parts. So that's where I grew up at. That's where I represent. I represent the whole 352. That's right. Florida. I love that. That's me. See, I grew up in Leesburg at the Boys and Girls Club of Lake County. I rolled around in Montclair Village on the west side over there by where the Bluebird used to be. Now it's closed down. But yeah, man, I know Leesburg. I did a little stint in Leesburg, and then I'm definitely from South Marin County. And now I was here before here was here, because the Villages grew up next to me. You know what I mean? So we got
acclimated with all these new people from all over the country. But I always love to know that there's still some seasoning in the pan from me growing up. I grew up in the Shores. I went to Lake Road High School, and that's why I think it's so unique that I get to perform at Diamond. And that's where I first kind of saw your name pop up. You were performing. Shout out Diamond Sports Club, Club Rush, Thomas Mosley.
Friday, come out and hang out with me. I'm out there.
When is this?
Friday.
This Friday?
This Friday on the 13th. Come mess with me. Come hang out with me.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and bump this one up then.
Shout out to all the artists out there too. Y'all doing your thing.
Are you performing anywhere else? Have you gotten any performances out other than in that general area?
I'm working on a couple out there in Gainesville and out there in Atlanta. I'm just getting my foot in. I'm just now really trying to get solid.
No, yeah, I got
Figuring out my mistakes, and I know it's gonna be mistakes, but I'm ready.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to take the chance.
Speaking of ready, let's get ready because you're gonna play a little bit of your some music. Is that why let's go ahead and throw that on real quick so we can get a taste of the Nike. Oh, you take your time. The universe likes it when you fuck around and they actually get off on that. You get your speaker working and pause it and back it back up so we can get it all right.
So I need the whole thing.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Alright, now back it up to the beginning.
I'ma get the whole thing. Red stars, both wings. Turn up, I'ma get some Brinks. With a salad, collard greens.
Now this song right here called Whole Thing. This is me and my boy Monster. Shout out to Monster. I wish you were here with me. That's my boy, Brinks boy.
We'll talk about that when
Brinks got that heat, boy.
I'ma get the whole thing. Red stars, both wings.
Okay.
Turn up, I'ma get some Brinks. With a salad, collard greens. Yeah, I'ma get the whole thing. I'ma get the whole thing. I'ma get the whole thing. Red stars, both wings. I'ma get the whole thing. Red stars, both wings.
this is the one you sent me.
With a salad, collard greens. Yeah, I'ma get the whole thing. I'ma get the whole thing.
I be making it like that.
I just want the new strain.
Then my boy Monster.
Stronger than Bruce Wayne. Don't know where I'm going. Might be going insane. Going in and out, man. In and out of both lanes. Need to wake up. Put makeup on my nose, man. I need more cocaine. Someone call the dope man. Tell me need the whole thing. Breast size both wings. And an extra 2-piece. With a side of collard greens.
Shout out to
Don't
Monster.
wanna turn up? Fuck it, I'ma get some beans.
I'm on 4, 5, 6
things. Rolling like loose change. Some in my nose, man. But I don't wear a nose ring. I'm on so much sand, man. You can call me Hussein.
This translates,
Fuck your mom,
bro.
yes, man.
All that powder talk, man. White people love that shit.
Real. At the same time, I keep my Grammys so fine. I keep my Grammys in line.
I keep my Grammys in line.
Moss is we ready?
I think it's about that time. I'ma get the whole thing.
Man, that sounds.
Red stars, both
I love that 352 feel to it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the next one, but
Yeah, I'ma get the whole thing.
The thing about it
I'ma
is,
get the whole thing.
this is all stuff that we get here, and it'll translate out there. But
I want to like.
I love the tempo too. I love that. This is dope. Well done.
Thank you.
I'ma get the whole thing. I'ma get the whole thing. Red stars both wings. Cocaine, nigga had to find it. I'm the king, so they be like your honest. I can fuck the hoe and hit her with the hands. I'm getting money, nigga, know that I'm grinding. I'm getting money.
Is that Nike?
I'm so fly. I see her in the cockpit. I see her in the cockpit. She not black, nigga. That bitch drop it. I'ma take off just like a rocket. I got a robin, call her my sidekick. Don't make me get her psychopathic. I got a brace, nigga, wrapped in plastic. Wrapped in plastic. Got a big booty, I'ma grab it. And she won't say nothing. Why? Cause a little bitch got habit. Nigga need to cop a whole chicken. Cause a nigga really about the poacher. Ass shit, nigga, you don't know me. About the cheese, nigga, call it macaroni. All these jabronis. Rock bottom, all these jabronis. A nigga lied me want the whole thing. Told him my coke got flakes. Fuck that shit, we straight. Like Tony, my shit got flake. Yo, bitch can't get shit on face. Other nigga gotta concentrate. Nigga, I'm about to levitate. Nigga, I don't even hesitate. I just need to get that coke straight.
I'ma get the whole thing. Red stars both ways. Turn up, I'ma get some things. With a solid collard greens.
It's just like I got songs for days. I ain't gonna drown y'all in the songs. I'm just letting y'all see. I can keep going. Nigga be showing money and shit. They be showing money. Like they be showing money and shit. I'm showing you songs.
Right.
I'm showing you songs just like the money. Y'all hear everything y'all hearing, that's me. So I got a CD on the way. Nike. Nigga, I keep extra. I'm very competitive. I want people to know that. I'm very competitive. So you competitive, I'm down.
Yeah, we put you out there.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas getting flies.
Like Polk County, really you paralyzed. Nike ain't about no bitch. Nike ain't about no lies. Nike ain't about a jet.
You know how many connects I got in Polk County?
Yeah. Y'all niggas getting flies.
Like Polk County, really you paralyzed.
If you knew better, you would do better. That's Nike in capital letters. Shout out to business, my tester. I'ma grind till I get a Tesla. I'm next to blow on professor. So why you gon' do him like that? You remember you said I can rap? You remember you said I was white? Like some fingers, I'ma snap. Like a wolf, I'ma stay with the pack. I'm tryna pull up in the Porsche. You know the car with the horse? Like boy, eat my shorts. 2 bitches on the side of me. I'm feeling like Merc in the middle. Nike, you're getting too lyrical. I'ma kill a beat, I'm going serial. Nigga, you know I'm a criminal. And I ain't talking subliminal. Killing niggas individual. I'ma mix it up like some mineral.
It sounds good. I can hear it. I'm old, man. I vibe with all the new shit, but I like to be able to actually hear the words. I'm just saying. Not hate, I'm just saying.
Y'all hear that? I'm clear. That's what I want. That's all I want is understanding. I want them to understand me. And to be like, damn, I understand what that man said.
That shit's hot,
I
bro.
like that. He well put together. But I ain't just come like this. It took a lot of failure.
Fuck all of my enemies. Fuck nigga, no sympathy. My flow is like a symphony. Like you probably you won't remember me. Lyrically, I'm a beast. You might say my nigga eat. I'ma get that money, stack it up and nigga then repeat. I was just a C nigga
Shout out
and
to
then I
my
go
people.
into a tree.
Shit sounds real good, man.
Nigga, we gon' call it Constantine. Then I'm asking about the check. We gon' call it Halloween. I can fuck the second bound back.
Then pause it. Alright.
I said the universe loves all that shit.
Alright, I did it. They were malfunctioning.
No, that's good. They love it. Man, I've had the dope man knock on the door one time with the fucking in the middle of the podcast.
Oh, it's real over here. They ain't playing.
We're looking around.
Oh, did I just die? It's alright.
They got a glimpse.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Yeah, you
It's
shut
all right.
down.
It's alright.
So you got fucking songs for days. So what is the process? Because I know it's not the way it used to be. Thank God. Now young people can take a laptop and a little bit of insulation, just like I'm doing here.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, motherfucker, this looks like CNN, bro. Mm-hmm. CNN. And I tell people I'm in the basement of a castle.
Yeah.
So, this is my castle, because technically nobody knows where I'm at. But I tell everybody I'm right next to the villages, because I'm trying to, give them a general location. But the thing about it is so you guys are cutting, man, that fucking shit sounds tight. Now, I mean, I'm not even bullshitting you because you're in the goddamn chair. I would just neglect to say that if I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is those sounds and all that stuff's done in some private underground studios, right?
Yeah,
You're not renting some room where there's a studio with a light. You're going somewhere private that he has like 2 or 3 people working with him.
I go in the most private place you could ever think of. You know where that? A motel.
Nice.
I did that song in the motel.
That's
the
what I'm talking about.
song I did in the motel, right? And the thing about it is, it's not really the studio equipment or what you're using. It's your engineer.
Right.
Who's mixing it down? You know what I'm saying? Who mixing it down for you? Shout out my boy, y'all.
Actually, this is all very interesting stuff because what you're saying to me, like everybody should know, 98% of my people don't know. So explain that to me. So your engineer is the one who makes all that stuff separate and come together, right?
Yeah, put it together. You know what I'm saying? See, me, I'm the writer. I'm the MC. I'm the person that make the words. What you are, instrument. You are another instrument added on this beat. You feel what I'm saying?
No doubt.
That's how I feel. This is how I take it. This is just my theory, my analogy, how I feel. I don't know. I ain't well educated, so I don't want to say nothing wrong.
Say what's on your heart, bro. The only way it won't be wrong is if you say it from the heart.
But you know, the engineer put everything together. He put the breakdown. You know what I'm saying? What something should sound like if they slow it down. Some people engineer themselves. You know what I'm saying? I tried to engineer myself, but I ain't got the patience for it.
Right.
Like, fuck this computer.
Right.
Fuck it.
Right. No doubt.
You know
I'm an old head, bro. I know exactly what you mean by fuck the computer.
Yeah, my grandma old school too. I be trying to give her the cell phone. She be like, baby, I don't know what to do with a calculator. What it is? A calculator, baby? I can't do that. I'm like, grandma, that's the phone. Stop calling 911. You know I got weed on me. Call 911.
Right. No doubt.
Stop playing with the phone, grandma. But yeah, my family really influenced me to even start rapping. Like my mother, she was a rapper. That was, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to make it. She was on that grind.
That's cool.
My father was a DJ.
Okay.
So that kind of like music is who I was.
Right, it's in your
I
blood.
End up doing music regardless.
It's genetic.
It's in my DNA.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be Kendrick Lamar.
Well, you know,
Calvin Lamar.
There you go. Well, you know, the funny thing too is, like, they say that if you have a little baby chicken, never been in an outside day in its life, it's been in the lab, and yet you go and make the noise of a hawk, they freak out because it's genetically in their DNA. Like you just said. That's the same thing like when you see professional athletes, kinfolk, like the kids or the grandkids, and they get professional because of the genetics.
It's genetics.
You know what I mean?
Watch out for my kids. My kids might be rocking the mic next.
Well, that's the whole thing. and wouldn't it, you know, and it's always like, you know, what is it, the son of Reverend Ron, and he's got his little album. You want it to be that way for him. Yeah. Because you took the brunt of it up front. That's a motherfucking story right there. I love that. The story of the Simmons family, you know, with Reverend Ron and Russell Simmons. Man, they were there in the beginning. You know what I mean? The birth. That's hip hop royalty.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get. Hip hop royalty. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, right now you're on the trench. You're in the trenches on the front line.
Man, I'm on that. Let me hold your high spot level.
Right, I feel you.
Can I hold your high? You been around homie and be like, your phone off. He got I guess they call it a Wi-Fi phone. Right. They call it Wi-Fi now. I ain't know what the fuck it was. I'm old as hell. What the fuck is a Wi-Fi phone?
That's funny.
He said Wi-Fi. That means it ain't on, but I can get Wi-Fi. Right. Anywhere. And once I get Wi-Fi, it's on. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? My rap on it. I ain't even.
Yeah, right now you're the guy who's the first line of defense when they say go, and you out there with a big ass axe, just hacking. Yeah. And if you show metal and you make it to the other side, they'll promote you and you'll go to the next level, and that's when you'll be at some point you'll be an assassin, and then above and beyond that you'll start being capo, and then when it gets higher than that you'll be.
And you gotta, and you know what I'm saying? It's like fighting in a battle. No
doubt.
Cause you gotta come hard. Cause you got other people that's coming hard and coming different, so you gotta come hard. Right. Just to even get through that. And you're right. If you survive through the first battle,
well, that's metal. That's where you gotta have the metal.
Now. Right. The next wave coming.
Right.
You ready?
Yeah. Go. Just when you think you're tired and your shoulders hurt, damn, it's about to happen again. Buckle up.
Get ready. We ain't playing.
And that's usually how it works out. Do you have any big picture plans as far as, do you have any causes or things that you support, like teen sports and like the youth football leagues and stuff like that? When you come up, or like also the arts? You know what I mean? Was there anything that, like, I'm a proponent of the Boys and Girls Club because I was raised in the Boys and Girls Club, you know? So, like, it's always been, like, I even go there and I give through the United Way, and I also go there and speak.
to them little badass some of my bitches, because I used to be one of them badass some of my bitches. You know what I mean? And
I got my first baby mama from the Boys and Girls Club.
Holla! So holla!
Shout out to Boys and Girls Club. But I'm paying child support because you motherfuckers.
I got practice there, but I didn't actually. I didn't get it in the boat. Nah, my youngest daughter, she graduated in August, and I retired in October. I was done. This is it. This is what I'm doing now, telling jokes and interviewing people.
Right.
So
entertainment.
You said that you've been like micro focused on this for about an hour. I mean, what the fuck? It's too much weed. Micro focus on this shit hard for about a year.
Yeah.
You got a triple compilation albums worth of fucking material already ready to go.
Ready to go.
Do you have like a time frame? Because I mean, you can burn CDs yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, like, are we gonna start like doing the old school?
Oh, they're gonna start
from open the coat and let's get these things sold. Here, buy my mixtape. You know what I mean?
When matter of fact, this first project that is about to be out and it's coming out soon. I'm gonna be like the end of the world. You don't know when I'm coming.
Check this out.
I'm gonna have a date and everything set.
I'm gonna plant something in your ear. Okay? So when you sent me that thing, there was 2,000 likes on it.
Yeah.
You put out a little something with like 3 songs on it, right? Not even ones you like. 3 of the least favorite ones you like.
Yeah.
And you put on there and you sell them for $2 online as an online download.
Yeah.
All right? I have 7,000 people on my social media platform between Instagram and Facebook. If you took that $2 download with 3 songs and you send it out to your people and you say, everybody buy it once and give it to somebody who will buy it once. Even if you had 50 people, that's $100-ish in your pocket just like that. But if you had 500 people click on it, if you had 8,000 people click on it, you feel me? So that's where one of the things that I say is a quick way to make little slide money is if you just, and it's free to get hooked up. You got to go through the steps to get it ready to download. And out of that $2, you'll get a little piece.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna have my people look into that. But you know,
these are just little hustles that
you see me on the street and you want a CD, because I do be in the street. I do be everywhere. Everywhere. When you see me on the street, you get a CD. Get one. You get one on the rip, off the face. My team, 352. Everybody out here, they gonna have one.
No stress. Absolutely.
You gonna hear it.
And I'm
gonna force my music upon the people.
Well, I'll tell you this right now because I like what I hear. As soon as your shit comes out, I'll put it on my site for sale.
Yeah, hey, you feel what I'm saying?
On my website, I have a whole section for just artist shit.
I want people to, but
plus Anzia,
cause you know what I'm giving them is just the beginning of greatness. Nike.
Mr. Nike, what else do you have for us before we put you on that message to the universe? You got anything else you got?
I got my artist Monster coming out.
Okay.
Monster. He gonna be coming out with White Privilege.
We're gonna have to holler at him and have him come out here and do a spot on the podcast. Represent. See, what I want to do is have hey Alex, I got something coming up, or hey Alex, we're gonna be done at this show at 3:00 in the morning. We want to come have a little after party on the podcast, do some shit. Come on out. Plus, the next thing that's getting ready to happen is if you can imagine, there's another room behind here. It's just right now, it's just a guest room. Yeah. Imagine this wall going there on that wall. And all this going inside this room, and we're cutting out a church window. Remember the sound booth in the church? And it's gonna be a window. People are gonna be on the inside now producing my shit with a red, yellow, green as far as on, off to talk. We're getting ready to start the radio station. So the thing is once all this gets switched around, one of the things I want to do is the reason why I want all this shit out is because we're gonna put 4 tables with tablecloths and candles, and we're gonna have a couple people at each table, and you're gonna come up here with your crew, and you're gonna do it in high res. We're gonna record it. You're gonna do a live, like 2-3 songs
songs to a live little 8 people in the room.
Yeah.
In a soundproof, beautiful little environment, and then that's the shit that you could then either sell it for $1 on the download or whatever. But the point is we're gonna have groups, comedy, art, music, all these different people are gonna be coming through. This is gonna be like a weird little stage that you can perform in front of some people. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Damn it, man! I didn't roll that one very good. Hold up, Turkish blend, quote unquote.
I am cool. You trying to take me to the moon, but I've been there.
I guess.
I was there when I came. I was like, oh my god, like this the right spot. Oh, you know, but to everybody out there, Nike ain't gonna stop.
Nike. For the rated R, it's
Nike. And I want to break it down for everybody to understand. Nike stand for nigga I keep extra, but also Nike stand for victory, because the Greek mythology god named Victory. And then with Nike, and that's what I am, victory. Cause I ain't gonna stop.
And when it was a PG one, what is an acronym for the PG crowd?
Oh, now I keep extra.
Okay, now I keep extra.
Now I keep extra.
All right, now at this part of the thing, I'd like for you to do what's called the message to the universe. I explained it to you already before. Like I said, you have an opportunity right now to say something that 100 years from now, somebody's going to be able to, your great-great-grandbabies are going to be able to look up and be able to see what Grandpapa Nike said. So take a minute, think it through. You can have all the time you want. When you're done, we take a few seconds, then I'll wrap it up and we'll close.
All right. Wop, babaloo, bop, wop, bop, bam. That's what I got to say. No, I'm just playing with you.
I was gonna say.
Hey, like that, ain't even no shit. I just be, look, live your life to the fullest.
Good.
YOLO.
Yeah.
Only live once, you gotta go, for real. Live your dream. It's never too late. I don't care if you're 97 and you wanna rap, do it. Whatever you wanna do it. And don't let nobody, well, whatever you are good at and you wanna do it.
Understood, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanna tell you can do anything. Motherfucker go try to.
I can't play in the NBA.
Exactly. So why would I encourage him to?
Right. Except he just wants to laugh.
Bro, you can go, bro. You can get Shaq, bro. But I'm more than 5'2".
That's all I need is to have Shaq's dick in my face.
What's that, a dick? Arm. What is that? No, you got. I'm a person that gonna keep it 100. Laugh as much as you can.
Yes.
Laugh. I laugh every day. I laugh. I also, y'all gonna see me just Nike this. And they ain't gonna be talking about the shoe.
That's right.
They ain't gonna be talking about the shoe. They gonna be talking about me. But I ain't got no beef with this shoe. Shit, I want
potential sponsor.
Shit, I need a door.
Shout
Nike,
out.
what up?
I feel you.
I got a shoe out there. You know, but you know, my team real solid. Brinks boy, entertainment, we solid. Nike, I'm solid.
So that's Brinks like the truck.
Brinks, cause
like
we trying to pull up in the money truck. We gonna pull up in the money truck. We gonna pull up in the money truck, and we gonna be like Brinks boys.
Brinks boys.
Trying to go to the top, just like everybody else.
Well, my friend, I appreciate you coming through. I think you have a great talent. I will definitely be forwarding this information on to Miss Anzia. Anzia, got a hot one here. And I will get this thing uploaded.